In this video, I'll show you an advanced feature that is optional, but I think it might help you think about what you're writing and write better code. Python is a duck type language. It doesn't enforce the different types. And so S, who knows what it is? Is it a string? Is it an integer? Is it a list? Well, that's one reason why I've been asking you to write headers for each function. So it'll explain that the parameter S, that's a string that's going to be repeated, and is an integer. This thing probably should say that it's an integer greater than 0, or maybe greater than, maybe non-negative, and what the return value is. This is helpful for the user to read, but the IDE, the development environment they're using, and this is PyCharm, still doesn't know. So if we tell PyCharm that this is a string, and if we tell PyCharm that this is an integer, these are called type hints. These are not enforced during runtime. Python's still an untyped language, but this thing returns a string, and now the IDE knows that that S, for example, is a string. So one of the things it can do, for example, is if I want to use a method, I type in dot, it knows it's a string, so it shows me the string methods. And if it finds upper, I can complete that. That was only possible because of my type hint. Type hints also probably make it so that your documentation doesn't need to be this extensive, because sometimes all you're doing is kind of telling what the parameters of this function should be, what arguments you're passing it. And so this might also save you some trouble of writing the documentation, but still writing it is helpful because it's still you think about what it is that you want to do with this function. So when we call it again, we can print repeat, and let's give it, and as we go, it's showing us it wants a string right there, so that's even helping me remember how to call the function. Did I want the number of repeats first, or did I want the string first? And it shows me. We're going to repeat this 3 times, and let's run it. And yeah, there's the answer. So type hints, optional, but might be helpful.